Hey there, movie buffs and nostalgia enthusiasts. Do you remember those good old days when you huddled around the TV set, eager for the latest cinematic adventures to unfold? The 1979 classic Moonraker comes to mind. Have you ever watched this iconic piece of cinematic history? If you have, I bet it's etched into your memory like it's carved on the moon itself. Let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Think back to the first time you saw the suave James Bond taking on the nefarious Drax in a space-age showdown. Or perhaps it was Jaws with his indestructible grin that left you both terrified and oddly charmed. Did the dazzling settings, breathtaking action sequences, or the unforgettable Bond girls leave you spellbound? Everyone had their favorite moments, characters, and experiences from this cinematic gem, and it's time to dust off those memories. So, come on, don't be shy. Share your cherished Moonraker memories with us. Let's relive the magic together and celebrate the timeless allure of this 1979 classic. Now, let's set the stage for some intriguing random facts about this beloved movie. Shall we dive into the fascinating world of Moonraker? Stay tuned, my fellow cinephiles. Moonraker, released in 1979, is the 11th installment in the iconic James Bond film series, inspired by Ian Fleming's novels. Directed by Louis Gilbert, this film takes the renowned MI6 agent, James Bond, played by Roger Moore, on a globe-trotting mission to investigate the theft of a space shuttle. The plot unfolds into a thrilling space race as Bond battles the nefarious plans of the villainous Hugo Drax, portrayed by Michael Lonsdale, who seeks to destroy humanity and create a new world in space. The film is quintessentially Bond, combining espionage, action, romance, and a touch of humor. It's known for its lavish sets, breathtaking action sequences, and cutting-edge special effects for its time, particularly during the space-themed climax. The movie introduced memorable characters like Jaws, the towering henchman with steel teeth, played by Richard Kiel, and the charming and resourceful Holly Goodhead, portrayed by Lois Chiles. Moonraker left an indelible mark on popular culture by pushing the Bond franchise into outer space, capitalizing on the sci-fi craze of the late 70s. Its unique blend of spy thriller and space adventure influenced subsequent Bond films, and even inspired elements in later movies like Austin Powers. While opinions on its departure from the traditional Bond formula vary, Moonraker remains a notable chapter in the enduring legacy of James Bond, captivating audiences with its daring escapades and futuristic themes, making it an unforgettable piece of cinematic history. And that's the insightful summary of the 1979 movie Moonraker. In the 1979 movie Moonraker, the term Moonraker takes on a multifaceted meaning. Firstly, it's a synonym for a moon sail, which is the highest sail of a ship. Secondly, it hails from a Wiltshire folk story where smugglers, seeking to conceal contraband, pretend to rake the water in a pond, hoping to catch the moon's reflection. This term also hints at a person with extreme ambition, fittingly applicable to both James Bond and the film's antagonist, Hugo Drax. In the novel, Ian Fleming established that when Bond hits the age of 45, he would be automatically taken off the zero list and given a staff job at headquarters. Interestingly, Sir Roger Moore was 45 when he portrayed James Bond in Live and Let Die in 1973, aligning with Fleming's age specification. Producer Albert R. Broccoli sought a unique touch for Moonraker by reaching out to Steven Spielberg for permission to use the iconic five-note leitmotif from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Broccoli intended to employ it as the entry code for an electronic laboratory door lock. Spielberg reciprocated years later, requesting the Seven theme music for a scene in The Goonies. Broccoli humorously pointed out that the Seven theme had more than 5 notes, sparking a lighthearted exchange. Notably, Spielberg was even considered for a Bond movie until George Lucas offered him the script for Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. The intricate connections and intriguing anecdotes surrounding Moonraker add layers of interest to this classic James Bond film. In the 1979 movie Moonraker, several noteworthy aspects stand out. One key element is the movie's musical score, which marked a significant shift in the work of composer John Barry. Unlike his earlier Bond scores characterized by Cantonesque brass, Barry opted for slow, rich string passages in Moonraker. This departure from his traditional style set a trend for Barry's music in the 1980s, as seen in scores for films like Out of Africa and Somewhere in Time. Additionally, Moonraker holds the distinction of being the first film to feature the modern space shuttle. A movie's release was intended to coincide with the space shuttle's maiden voyage. However, the shuttle's launch was delayed until April 12, 1981, just before the release of the next James Bond film, For Your Eyes Only. This date also marked exactly 20 years since Yuri Gagarin became the first man in space on April 12, 1961. Moreover, the film's theme song went through an interesting evolution. Initially titled Think of Me with Music by John Barry and lyrics by Paul Williams, Frank Sinatra was approached to sing it but declined. Barry and Hal David then penned Moonraker, and Johnny Mathis was selected to perform it. However, it was later deemed unsuitable for the film. A chance meeting between John Barry and Dame Shirley Bassey led to her recording the song, with the approval of producer Albert R. Broccoli. These fascinating details contribute to the legacy of Moonraker as a pivotal installment in the James Bond series, showcasing both musical innovation and its role in space exploration on the silver screen. In the 1979 movie Moonraker, there's an interesting tidbit about the high-wire circus acts. These acts were performed by the Traber family from Germany, a lineage of performers dating back to 1512. Another noteworthy aspect of the film is that Sir Roger Moore enjoyed shooting in Paris. Production there began at noon, and the work hours were shorter, limited to 8 hours a day due to French regulations. Furthermore, when it came to capturing footage of the carnival in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, some scenes were shot in January 1978. To recreate the carnival revelers, shots with Sir Roger Moore were filmed in February 1979, referencing the celebrations from the previous year. These details shed light on the behind-the-scenes aspects of Moonraker, adding depth to the movie's production and the dedication of its cast and crew. In the 1979 movie Moonraker, there's an interesting behind-the-scenes story involving Lois Chiles. During the climax of the film, Chiles, who played the character Dr. Holly Goodhead, had trouble with her dialogue. To help her relax and finish the scene, the prop department came up with a clever solution. They placed a Martian doll outside the window of the space pod, having it wash dishes. This unexpected distraction seemed to do the trick, and Chiles was able to complete the scene successfully. This anecdote sheds light on the creative problem-solving that can occur on a film set, where quick thinking and resourcefulness are often essential to overcome unexpected challenges. And that's a little-known fact about the making of Moonraker, where a Martian doll helped save the day for Lois Chiles during a crucial scene. In the 1979 movie Moonraker, several notable musical elements added depth to the James Bond experience. One significant aspect is that it marked the last appearance of John Barry's iconic Seven theme in the Bond film franchise. This iconic theme had previously featured in films like From Russia with Love, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, and Diamonds Are Forever. Its inclusion in Moonraker added a familiar and thrilling element to the movie, giving fans one last taste of this classic Bond musical motif. Another noteworthy musical aspect of the film is the title song, which was sung by Dame Shirley Bassey. This marked her third Bond title song performance, the previous two being Goldfinger and Diamonds Are Forever. Shirley Bassey's rendition of the Moonraker theme added a touch of glamour and sophistication to the film's opening credits. To date, she remains the only singer to have performed a Bond title song more than once, solidifying her place in Bond film history. In addition to these musical highlights, Moonraker also featured classical music pieces that enhanced the movie's atmosphere. Frederick Chopin's Prelude No. 15 in D-flat major, known as the Raindrop, was heard during a scene where the villainous Drax played the piano. Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky's Romeo and Juliet Overture set the mood when the character Jaws met Dolly, and Johann Strauss' lively Tritch-Tratch polka provided a lively backdrop during the hovercraft sequence in Venice. Interestingly, the bugler's notes at the conclusion of the pheasant shoot echoed the iconic opening of Richard Strauss' also Sprach Zarathustra, famously used in 2001, A Space Odyssey, adding a touch of cinematic history to the film. And as James Bond rode to his temporary headquarters in a South American hacienda, the soundtrack featured Elmer Bernstein's theme from The Magnificent Seven, adding a hint of Western flair to this action-packed spy adventure. In conclusion, Moonraker not only delivered on the thrilling action and espionage expected from a James Bond film, but also left a lasting mark in the franchise's musical history. John Barry's Seven theme made its final appearance, and Shirley Bassey's title song performance remains iconic. The classical music selections added depth and atmosphere to this memorable 1979 Bond installment. As we bid adieu to the cinematic voyage through the realms of Moonraker, I invite you to take a moment to embark on a personal journey down memory lane. This 1979 masterpiece, a stellar addition to the iconic James Bond franchise, has undoubtedly left an indelible mark on your cinematic archive. As the credits roll, let your thoughts wander back to those thrilling moments, the dazzling exploits of Seven in space, the enigmatic Hugo Drax, the glamorous Bond girls, and the heart-pounding action sequences. Recall the twinkle in your eyes as you first witnessed the spectacle unfold on the silver screen or even on your own cozy couch. Moonraker is more than just a film, it's a time capsule of nostalgia and cinematic excellence. How did it resonate with you? Did it ignite your passion for espionage thrillers? Or perhaps you have a favorite quote, scene, or character that lingers in your memory? We'd love to hear your cherished reflections and anecdotes. Share your thoughts, engage with fellow enthusiasts, and let the spirit of Moonraker continue to soar through conversations and shared memories. Your unique connection with this cinematic gem is a testament to the enduring allure of the silver screen. Thank you for your time and unwavering interest in the world of cinema. Your appreciation fuels the eternal legacy of films like Moonraker. Until next time, keep exploring the vast universe of storytelling. And remember, this outro was crafted just for you.